Now, the grieving family of the man who was shot dead outside a school in Soweto says they are still in disbelief over the tragic and untimely death of their loved one. Eugene Tshililo was shot and killed yesterday while trying to prevent an attempted hijacking at Faranani Primary School in Protea Glen while fetching his son from school. Our reporter Zikhona Tshona was at the school where the Gauteng Education MEC Matome Chiloane visited the school and the family. She joins me now in studio. Very good afternoon to you, Zikhona. A really tragic story. I mean, one parent trying to prevent something tragic from occurring, and it ends up a tragic story.
Certainly very tragic, Paul. This parent was actually trying to protect the children who were in the scholar transport at the time at which the incident happened. It happened at around 2 o'clock in the afternoon, just outside the school grounds when the MEC visited the school earlier today. He says he wants tighter security at school, particularly around the busy times in the morning and in the afternoon when children are either getting dropped off or picked up from school. He says schools should be safe places, and this incident just shows just how heartless criminals have become. No arrests have been made in this case, and as you've mentioned, the family of the parent is absolutely devastated. But let's take a listen at what the MEC had to say when he had a meeting with staff and governing body at the school.
As part of intervention, the Premier had announced that there will be recruiting 6,000 new police officers. In that 6,000, we would be requesting that schools should be guarded by a police official as part of a program to apprehend. Not only in the morning. Obviously, there is an intervention program that the school must be adopted by a police officer. But now, we would want police officers to be stationed and be stationed in our schools in the morning and in the afternoon. That's what we'll be requesting and ensuring that we get for our schools.
Zikhona, we also understand that the children may have witnessed this incident, as he also speaks about some of the support that needs to be intact. I would imagine psychological support will be important.
In fact, since this morning, the Education Department, the Gauteng Education Department, dispatched social workers to both the school and the family. The 7-year-old, the son of the deceased parents, is actually the one who informed educators at the school that his father has been shot. And when we got to the family home earlier today, he was in counseling with social workers that were sent by the Department of Education. His wife is inconsolable. His mother is devastated, describing Eugene Tshililo as a kind man who cared a lot for other people. And it shows in the manner in which he died. He died trying to protect people, trying to save people's lives. We also spoke to his sister, who says she could not believe that she was speaking on behalf of her brother. She says she was looking forward to speaking at her brother's wedding rather, and for her to speak about her brother in the past tense is something that she has found to be very heartbreaking. Let's take a listen to what his sister had to say outside the family home.
What hurts me the most is his son having to be the one to witness it all. And it's like a cycle repeating itself, because now, how do we ensure that he grows up to be a strong man when he witnessed the death of his father, and him having to be the one to report it to his teacher that his father has been shot? So it's difficult. He was telling my mom on Sunday that the responsibility of being a father is too much. It's too much, and little did I know that he's leaving it with me. So now it's challenging. How do I console his wife? How do I comfort my mom? How do I become a father figure as a woman? So I don't know.
Zikhona, it must have been really difficult just to interact with the family. What more, in terms of interventions, in terms of support, will the family be receiving from the department?
Well, the social workers will continue to visit the family throughout this week, we're told by the Education Department. But also, I think, very important here, a father just went to pick up his child from school and never made it home because of the lawlessness in this country. Is raising very big concerns in that community. People are not feeling safe as it stands. We also spoke to the ward councillor there who's saying crime is becoming very common, and violent crimes at that, becoming very common in that area. But for it to happen outside a primary school with vulnerable children witnessing that kind of incident while at school is certainly something very unacceptable.
Yeah. Absolutely, a very heartbreaking story indeed. Zikhona Tshona, we leave it there for now.